boys and girls, today we are going to be learning to write a new letter. We are thinking about our capital letters, and today we are going to be thinking about the letter W. 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 Can you think about which sound has got the name W? That's right, it is the letter W. The sound W. Okay, now this is another one of our tricky letters where we have to pay extra close attention to the size of our letters because our W and our W look the same except they are different sizes. Now, our W and our W are spiky letters, so you can practice doing zigzag lines and that will help you to draw or to write your letter W. Okay, so can you remember our letter rhyme that helps us to write a W? That's right, it's down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. And it's exactly the same for doing our capital letter, except what do you think is different? Where do we start? We start up at the very top of the line, you're absolutely right. So, if you have a look here, there's my top line. Okay, we start at the very top and we go down to the bottom. So we go down the worm and then we go up the worm to the halfway line, down the worm and up the worm all the way to the top. So the middle of our worm, it only goes to the middle. Okay, let's try that again, leaving a finger space. We go, start from the top, down the worm to the bottom, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm to the very top. Okay, let's try one more. We go down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. Okay, Miss Mullen made her a little bit squished up there just so that I could fit it all in. Okay, now let's try and do our W. So it's the same as a W except it is smaller. So we're not going all the way to the top of the line, we are only going to our invisible middle line, so that is halfway. Okay, so leaving a finger space, starting from the halfway line, we go down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. Okay, leaving a finger space and it's nice and spiky, goes up to the middle line. Down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. One more, starting from the halfway line, down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. Okay, making sure that we don't have any floating letters, they're all sitting on the line. Okay, making sure that our letters are nice and spiky. Okay, let's have a go at doing the two letters together. Okay, so leaving a finger space. We start from the very top, we're doing our W, our capital letter. We go down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. And then we do our same for our W, starting from the halfway point. Down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. Okay, and I'm only going to manage to fit one more in here. Okay, down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. And then starting from the halfway point. Okay. I'm going to bring you a little bit closer just so that you can see. Okay. So, our capital letter starts from the very top and goes all the way to the bottom. Okay. That's our W. And then our sound, our small letter, a W, we start from the halfway line and we go down the worm, up the worm, down the worm, up the worm. And you can see the difference in the sizes here. I wonder if you can also do your tickle pink and green for growth. I don't have a green pen, but I do have a red one here. Okay, so my tickle pink, okay, I think my tickle pink is going to be this one here. So I'm going to put a little tick at the side of my tickle pink. Okay, and here as well, because I think this one is my neatest one. And my green for growth, I think my green for growth, I don't have a green pen, but I am going to use an orange one. Okay, so I think my green for growth is going to be this one here, because this one is a little bit too big, it's a little bit too wide. Okay, because I don't want my letters, when I'm doing my W, I don't want it to be huge. I don't want it to go like this. That's far too big and it looks very silly. Look at what I did. Look at the one in orange, it's far too big. We need to make sure that they are nice and small and making sure that we're keeping that worm all squished up nicely. Okay, now let's see if we can think of something that begins with a W. Well, W for worm, so I am going to draw a worm. And I'm going to sound that out. A worm. Okay, and then for my capital W, I am going to draw somebody called William. Okay. So there is a little boy called William. And I'm going to remember to do a capital letter because it's a name. And at the start of a name we have a capital letter. There we go. I look forward to seeing how you get on with your letters. Now remember, Miss Millen is also going to post on Google Classrooms. I'm also going to do show you a dot pattern that you can go over that will help you with your lines, with your spiky lines, because these are all zigzags, okay, and sometimes that can be tricky. Alright, so have a little practice and let me know how you get on.